Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. As you guys can tell by the title of today's video, I'm going to be doing my favorites of 2021. Now honestly, every time I look back at 2021, I feel like it is 3 years in one. And I also know we are well into 2022, but I thought let me share my favorites just so you guys know what I was gravitating towards in 2021. Honestly, it really did feel like 3 years, like living 3 years in one, which I was just like, I wasn't really sure how I felt about it, you know what I mean? But anyway, without any further ado, let's get into my favorites. Okay, now let me start off by saying, when it comes to my favorites, I've had a lot this year, but I really just had to narrow them down. So I'm gonna try and talk about like my top 3. Okay, like my top 3. So let's get into it. Let's start off with face products first. Okay, so when it comes to primers, this one I'm gonna have to break the rule and I'm gonna have to give you guys 4 recommendations. So I'm gonna give you guys 3 primers, like physical primers, and then I'm gonna give you guys like my priming sprays that I really enjoy. Okay, so my first primer has to be my J1 Jelly Pack Primer. This is the one for combination skin, I believe, and this over the last couple of months has just been amazing on my skin, you guys. I love it so much. It's just been so bomb. Like, this is, if you're going to spend your money on a expensive primer that does the damn things, it's this one, the J1 Jelly Pack Primer. They also have a few variations for different skin tones, so I would highly recommend that you guys try this baby out. Okay, I'm lying. I have more than 3. Okay, so the next one is the Makeup Ready Face Primer by Kiki Beauty. I love this. I go through tons and tons and tons of this primer in my kit. It just works so amazingly on all skin types, and it really just preps and hydrates the skin for makeup application. And I really love to like set the face, and this primer just creates such a beautiful base for me to just add on the makeup, and it just lasts beautifully throughout the day. And I always get clients coming back to say my makeup lasted so well throughout the day and throughout the night. And priming, honestly, this primer, since I've added it into my client makeup kit, I have never looked back. I've only gotten good feedback, and I know that the things I'm using on my clients are working well. So Kiki Beauty Makeup Ready Primer is the bomb. This is the small one that I have for home, but I have the large full size for my kit. Okay, so the next primer, and this is the set of primers, but this one is my favorite because it's a mattifying and pore reducing one. So this is the Prime Plus range from Revlon. They have 2 other variations in this range as well, but I'm also using this today. I really love this, and it's quite decent, you guys, so I'd highly recommend it. And last but not least, for primers, I have the Porefessional range. You guys, I love both of these primers so much. I find myself reaching for the hydrating one more than the pore minimizing one, although when I am leaving the house I will reach for this one, and then on the day-to-day I will reach for this one. I don't know why, but I just feel like this keeps my makeup on for longer. It keeps my areas, you know, drier for longer, if you could say. But this is quite nice and hydrating, especially when I'm having like you know those moments where you can't wear, like, your skin is oily but you can't wear too drying foundations or too matte foundations because it will cling to all your patches. This is the baby I go for. So that is all my primers that I've been loving this year. As for skin priming waters, now the Kiki Beauty ones, I've been reaching for this religiously over the last couple of months, especially when I'm reaching for a face powder. So say I'm reaching for the glowish powder, I will put these down first, and it just helps your powders stick to your skin so much better. So these, love. Okay, next up it is foundation. Now, like I said, I'm trying to narrow down the categories to 3. First things first, glowish. You guys, this glowish multi-juice skin tint by Huda Beauty, I am in the shade 07 Tan Light. This shade is so bomb, you guys. I at a point was wearing this religiously to go to my clients because it just gave me such a healthy, beautiful glow, because this is the only part you are seeing when I'm wearing a mask, and when I come to do your makeup at your house or at your venue, you're only seeing this part of my face. So I would literally just put this on the top half of my face, not really here because my mask is covering here and then I get clogged pores. So just for safekeeping. Although this, I haven't had any issues with this clogging my pores. It is so good, you guys. Check out the review because there is a review on my YouTube channel. It is such a decent multi-dew skin tint, like a BB cream type of vibe, but it's so beautiful on the skin. Love it. Okay, then the next foundation that I absolutely love is Elizabeth Arden. Elizabeth Arden, you guys, this foundation is freaking ridiculous. I cannot tell you how I love it. It's the skin caring foundation, so it has hyaluronic acid, vitamin C and E. Now this is such a beautiful, out of all the skin caring foundations that I have in my collection, this one has to be my favorite. It is just so stunning on the face, you guys. I mean, it is worth the hype. Like, it literally is worth the hype. Now they're coming out with concealers, which is very exciting. So guys, it is such a beautiful formula. Like, trust me when I say, when I got another bottle of this in PR, I was like, I am not sparing this bottle anymore. I shall use it to its full potential. It is such a beautiful foundation, you guys. You will not go wrong spending your coin on this foundation. Trust me when I say that. Last but not least is my, I keep saying these are all my favorite, but these are my favorites of 2021. Oh my gosh, you guys. The Catrice True Skin Hydrating Foundation. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did Catrice not do the damn things? I am using this foundation on my face right now. It is full coverage, you guys. It is beautiful. It sits on the skin so beautifully. Like, it is just, it's amazing. It's stunning. It's flawless. I mean, look at me. It's stunning, you guys. Like, this foundation is literally everything. Like, it is worth the hype and it's worth the money. In case you guys want to know, in the Elizabeth Arden foundation, I'm the shade 460W, and in this foundation, I am the shade 70 Warm Caramel. Now, I do have a review of all of these foundations on my channel, so you guys can go ahead and just watch the review and see the wear test and see how, you know, it would add value to your life by watching me apply it and tell you my first impressions and my thoughts at the end of a day. So this one, you guys, Catrice did the whole damn thing. Like, they really did. If you guys are looking for another option that is affordable, I would highly recommend the Essence Pretty Natural Foundation. I'm in the shade 240 Warm Honeycomb, but this foundation also is really decent. I don't believe I've done a review of this foundation, but if you guys would like a review, comment down below, let me know. I know it's not, probably not, I don't remember it being as good as the Catrice True Skin, but on an occasional basis when I don't want to use any of my other foundations, I reach for this Essence one. So this one also is the plug. Okay, so I am going to try and stick to 3. You guys know I typically use the Essence concealers and stuff like that, but the typical things that I gravitate towards, I'm not going to mention them today, but I'm going to mention the ones worth mentioning. First up is the Tesh Beauty Concealers. They sent this to me earlier in 2021, you guys, and I cannot tell you how I fell in love with these concealers. They are so beautiful, you guys. They are so stunning on the skin. The undertones are like perfection. The foundations also, I'm gonna have to do a review separately on the Tesh Beauty foundations and concealers, but add that to your wish list as well. Tesh Beauty is a local South African brand, you guys. The foundation is, the pigment, the coverage of the Tesh Beauty foundation, oh my god, I'm literally reaching numbers 4 and 5 when I told myself I will stick to 3 per category, but just know I said Tesh Beauty foundation. Okay, so the concealers are so beautiful, so full coverage. I really have been enjoying them. My go-to concealers, especially when I'm wearing the Catrice True Skin foundation, is the True Skin concealers. So this is the concealers. By the way, in the Tesh Beauty concealer range, I use the shade C290, which is this yellowy one here. This is the shade C300, which is a bit more pinky based, but I like to use this yellowy based one. So in the True Skin concealers, I use the shade 46 Warm Toffee. So this is like a really good match to pair with the foundation. And then when I want to add a little bit of brightening, a bit of highlighting, then I go in with the shade 32 Neutral Biscuit. So these are the two shades that I like to use, 46 Warm Toffee and 32 Neutral Biscuit. This also is such a beautiful formula to use with a foundation because it's hydrating just like the foundation. It is just beautiful. I'm wearing it today. It wears beautifully when I bake with this concealer. My under eyes don't look dry. Like, it's just perfection, you guys. Perfection. And last but not least, this is a new concealer range to my collection. I've only recently started using this in the last couple of months, but I will say this concealer range from Revlon is bomb. This is the Revlon Colorstay Skin Awaken Caffeine and Vitamin C 5-in-1 concealer. These concealers are so bomb, you guys. I use the shade Deep, 60 Deep. So if I'm wearing a face powder, I will go in with the shade 60 Deep to just cover up my problem areas. So this is my skin tone shade, and then for highlighting I go in with the shade Medium Deep. So on those days, you know, when you are rushing out the house, you know, you've got to go somewhere but you don't have enough time to get ready, I quickly go in with these concealers. They are so skin loving and they just sit so beautifully on the skin. They also have skincare properties in them, so they have like a bit of a tack to them, and they just sit beautifully on the skin when you're in a rush and you don't want to do a full face of makeup but you want to look like presentable, you know what I mean? So these are amazing. The formula is just stunning. And for contouring, this Hazelnut shade for contouring is beautiful. The formula blends so beautifully, you guys. You know, usual contour products like set down quite fast. This one gives you time to blend. It just looks so beautiful on the skin. Love it. Okay, so while we're in the cream category, let's talk about cream blushes. Now, I recently started adding... Oh, my nose is itchy. Why when you're wearing makeup, your nose and everything else, your nose, your eyes and everything must act up? I don't know. This year, I recently started adding cream blushes into my routine. Now, I did a campaign with Benefit where they were releasing their new play tint, which this is what it looks like. So they sent me all of their tints, and I'm actually wearing Love Tint today, which I love so much, you guys. These tints are so nice from Benefit. I really enjoy them. The only one I use the least is probably like the Benetint, because it is so... it's not as creamy as the other ones, if I could say. So this, if you're not wearing makeup and you want a flush of color, you can put this on your bare skin and your lips. And apparently Benetint was made for like your like your nips. You know those things that babies drink milk out of? Apparently to color your nips. So you could do that also. Your cheeks, lips and nips. Works. That works. But yeah, I've really been enjoying these ever since they sent it to me, and sometimes I forget it in my routine. Like, I go straight into powder after concealer and I forget I need to put my cream blush on. But these are so stunning, you guys. I wouldn't recommend that you guys, like, you know, like open the applicator and go like directly on your cheek. I would say like put it on a brush. So I put it on this Real Techniques, I think this was the contour brush, and then I apply it onto my cheeks, and I find that it just works so much better that way. So I highly recommend that you guys get some cream blush in your life, because it really just allows your cheeks to stand out more. So I always go in with a powder blush just to set my cream blush afterwards. And then there's also the Pixie Beauty blushes, the cream blushes that I've really been enjoying. This is the On the Glow Blush Tinted Moisture Stick. So these are very hydrating. So if you want that extra glow on your cheeks, or if you have like dry cheeks or whatever, these are really good. I really love the orange shade and this dark ruby shade. What is the shade called? Let me tell you guys. Let me tell you. So Juicy and Ruby. Juicy and Ruby are my two favorite shades. Floor you can get away with when you're looking for like a natural-esque sort of blush color, but these are so bomb, you guys. Let me open them for you. They come with this little cap on top. I threw away the cap for the other two because I use them quite regularly. Then you kind of pull it up and just do that on your cheeks. Really love this, and I have just been gravitating towards these often, you guys. I really want to try the Mama Mitchell Blur range, but in due course. Okay, so let's hop into powders. So for powders, you guys, I'm on my second, this is my second Banana Light powder. Okay, so I bought the Banana Light and I bought the Banana Deep, and I mixed these two together because Banana Light is a bit too stark and Banana Deep is a bit too warm. So I like to mix these two together, and this is what I have in my little container here that I've already pre-mixed and I use out of every makeup application every day. And then when I can see the powder's getting low, I just refill it, you know. The next powder that I have been enjoying is of course the Glowish powder. This is in the shade 08 Tan. So yeah, it took me a while to get used to this powder, I'm not gonna lie, but with a bit of finessing and using like a banana powder to just brighten up the areas that I usually brighten, it just does the job, and it's such a beautiful powder. And I would say if you guys are having a textural day, stay away from this powder because it will just emphasize your texture, but other than that, it's a really good powder. And then this is a powder for setting your all over face. So say for example, you know, maybe you want a powder to touch up if you're going out or something of that sort. The Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder in the shade 330 Toffee really just does the job for me. Sometimes I do want to set like my jawline with a translucent powder, but I've just been reaching for this one as of late, and this just does the job. I haven't set my jawline today because I wasn't going to wear a mask today or go anywhere. But it just literally, if you had to use this as a touch-up powder, I mean, look at how it just like mattifies my skin and makes everything look beautiful, you know. So this is a really, really good powder for setting the face. You know, if you want to take away some of the shine on your face, I mean, look at that. This powder is like perfect for touch-up. So I would highly recommend the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder, and it's affordable. We love that. Okay, so let's go into the bronzer category. So for the most part of this year, Benefit Hula has been my staple. This one is busted. Okay, it's busted. Where's my new one, my fresh one? Here is my fresher version. So you guys can tell I have had like a really decent relationship with my Benefit Hula products. It is just stunning. You can build it up on the skin. If the original Hula is too light for you, there's two other color variations that you guys can choose from as well. Okay, and then the next palette that I've been enjoying as well is from Samir Kuzami. Now, I don't know for some reason, but blush has really just been my like in thing. I really just have been enjoying blush as of recently. Usually I used to like the toned down blush. Now I'm like, if my cheeks are popping, my cheeks are popping. Okay, I ain't mad at it. So this is the Samir Kuzami face palette, blush, bronzer and highlight. This is in the shade 333. I got sent this in PR by Neil Ramata, and so Neil only stocks the best. Samir Kuzami. So this bronzer, this blush, this whole palette is so pigmented, you guys. I cannot even begin to tell you. It's just awesome. And then I also recently got this palette from MAC, and I was like, okay, let me try it out, let me see how it goes. And I've been gravitating towards this palette quite often. So this is the medium dark Studio Fix Sculpt and Shape contour palette. So if you guys are looking for a more high-end contour palette, I would highly recommend this one. I just wanted to try it out. I think I don't remember if I got it on sale or if I got it on Black Friday. I really can't remember, you guys, but I do remember that I paid less for this palette than the full price. So I probably did get it on Black Friday. I honestly can't remember. But those are the three like bronzing palettes that I've been reaching for, contouring as well. And then my Huda Beauty Tantour, you guys, I love this thing so much, but I feel like medium is like dark. Like if I am going to chisel my face, I would definitely reach for the Tantour. But on a day-to-day basis, I'd be reaching for these other three palettes, to be honest. But this one is for special occasions. Okay, as for powder blush, I don't really have anything powder blush wise that I could really like say like blew my mind this year, because I'm a Revlon girl. I've got a few things, a few blushes from Catrice, Essence. I just gravitate towards my usual. If you guys watch my tutorials, the blushes that I use are pretty much the same blushes all the time. So let's go into highlights. Now, I recently discovered this highlight in the last month, you guys. This is the Samir Kuzami Glimmer Glow highlight. Oh, it is amazing, you guys. It is so stunning. It is so reflective. It is just beautiful. I'm not wearing it on my face today because I reached for one of my older Pixie palettes because I was like, let me try out my other palette. But geez Louise, you guys, I just have to like show you guys how beautiful this is. It is so finely milled, and it just gives you like such a, you guys, I mean, you guys can see it for yourself. It just gives you such a beautiful glow. Like, it is so stunning. This is in the shade SK502. Guys, it's my favorite. It really is. So I've also been gravitating towards some of my older highlights like MAC Oh Darling, because you know I don't reach for them regularly, and I also still have my Anastasia Beverly Hills So Hollywood highlighter in my collection. So I've been like trying to, you know, use the babies, not use them up completely, but kind of like reminisce of the old days when I was buying secondhand makeup and, you know, I couldn't really afford to just splurge on MAC. So it was nice to reminisce. But I've also been reaching for MAC Soft and Gentle, or the oldie but the goodie, honey. This one is a bit more chunkier, so obviously when you're looking for glitz and glam, then you'd go for Soft and Gentle. So I've been reaching for this regularly as of late. So those are my highlights that I've been loving so far. Okay, let's hop on to eyeshadow palettes. Whew, you guys, when I look at my collection, there has been a clear distinction between the ones that I love and the ones that I reach for every now and again. I'm going to tell you guys the ones that I love and I loved in 2021. First and foremost, let me tell you, Be Perfect Cosmetics, this Carnival XL Pro palette. Okay, no. The XL Pro is also my baby because I got the XL Pro. I got this for myself last year, and I got this one for Christmas. Sorry, I got this one in at the end of 2020, and I got this one for Christmas in 2020. Okay, these two palettes is all that I've reached for this entire year. If I think of, there were times where I wanted to, you know, go somewhere or go to an event, I would reach for these palettes. That is how obsessed I became with these palettes. They are just so stunning, you guys. I'm in awe. Like, I'm in awe. I have the Mama Mitchell palettes here, but I'm just like, Be Perfect Cosmetics though. No, these ones are my favorite. So those are my two favorites from Be Perfect Cosmetics. And then of course are my two favorites from you may have guessed it, Huda Beauty, honey. Huda Beauty. I have a whole drawer next to me, to my right, that is basically mostly Huda Beauty, pretty much. I mean, I also do love the foundations and stuff like that, but I would wear them on special occasions because it's hella expensive. Anyway, the first palette that I bought from Huda Beauty was the Rose Quartz. You guys know I have like 3 different looks created with this palette. It is honestly the first palette that made me fall in love with Huda Beauty big palettes. I have the small brown toffee brown Obsessions palette. It was okay. I reach for it every now and again when I'm in a rush and I just want to do a quick look. It's okay, but this one blew my mind. It's stunning. It is just beautiful. I can think of so many other looks I could create with this palette as well. It is just stunning, you guys. Like, I am like the shimmers, you guys, the matte shades. It's just so stunning. I'm obsessed. I mean, I guess you guys can understand why I'm obsessed, and I know I've influenced a few guys into purchasing these palettes. Guys, like when it's in your hand and when you get to swatch it yourself, you know. And then the second palette, which I am also using on my eyes today, is the Mercury Retrograde palette. Now I know, like, initially you look at them and you're like, oh, they're very similar, but then you're also like, they're not that similar, like they're quite different. But the formulas, you guys, there's like a pressed glitter in here. There's just so like the textures of these shadows, like I just feel like Huda Beauty is so innovative with her textures of her shadows. Like, they are different, they pack a punch. There's no such thing as wetting the brush to like pack on eyeshadow anymore. No. Huda Beauty said, who that is? Spraying your brush with setting spray. That is so 2018. Huda Beauty did the damn things, girl. Trust me. Okay, so I think we've covered most of my favorites for the year. Oh, eyebrows, you guys. I say this literally, I say this every single time Benefit comes out with a product, and I just, this pomade, brow pomade, I use the shade 5. It's the shade Warm Black Brown. Guys, this thing is so bomb. Like, I don't even have words to describe how decent this pomade is. It's not as pigmented as the Ka-Brow. The Ka-Brow, whoa, you will be leaving with very dark eyebrows. This one is a little bit more fluid, I guess, and you can get like really natural brow strokes with this one, whereas, you know, you usually fill in your brow, and if you need to add a little bit more coverage, you'd go in with the Ka-Brow. So there's times where I do reach for my Ka-Brow just underneath here in this area where I tend to have a little bit of sparseness, just to fill in that area. Guys, the Ka-Brow and the pomade, Benefit did the damn things. Benefit did the damn things. That's all I gotta say. Okay, and then I also recently started using this product that I discovered at the drugstore. This is the What the Fake Extreme Lip Plumping Lip Filler. Plumping Lip Filler. So this is the Essence What the Fake Lip Plumping Lip Gloss. And guys, when I tell you, it plumps your lips. Even with, you know, a little bit of filler that I have in my lips, I love the plump that this gives my lips. So if you guys are looking for the lip filler, minus all the expenses that comes with lip filler, I would highly recommend that you guys try this baby. There is a light silvery one, and then there's this pinky one with like chili extract. It is a bit, I'm not gonna lie, it's very uncomfortable at first when you first try it on, and then as you get used to it and as you see the effects, you're like, hold the front door, this is actually nice. Okay, this is actually nice. Okay, so when it comes to lip products for the year, I mean, I gravitate towards my typical MAC Kinda Sexy, MAC Honey Love, you know, those are my nudes that I gravitate towards. But guys, these Essence lipsticks, I have like at least 11 of them in front of me right now. These Essence lipsticks, I mean, you can tell this one, how far I've gone through this one. This is the clear one that I like to use when I do my makeup. But these Essence Extreme Shine Volume Glosses, depending on what color I'm wearing on my lips, I will reach for these ones. They are so bomb, you guys. My most favorite one definitely has to be the shade 105 Flower Blossom, and it has a plumping effect in it as well, so it has that nice cooling sensation on the lips. I keep all of them right in front of me just so that I, you know, I can match them to the lipsticks I'm wearing. You know, it's really, really bomb. Another hidden gem that I've discovered is these Purely Perfect lipsticks from Justine. The shade Crushed Pecan, you guys, is so stunning. It is just such a beautiful pinky nude, and I really, really enjoy it. And yeah, is there anything else I'm missing at the moment? I feel like most of the other stuff that I've recently purchased, I'm kind of like still trying out. I'm kind of like still testing out, still seeing how I like certain things. Oh, let's end off with setting spray. Now, I would have to say, you guys, the Superhero setting spray is one of my favorites. I really, really enjoy this. Sweet Beauty really did the damn things with the setting spray. It is really good, you guys. The glass skin for winter is great because it's more hydrating than this one, but the original one will always have my heart, to be honest. And then we have the Porefessional Supersetter. This is as close to the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray as it's gonna get. I mean, Urban Decay left South Africa now, so I think Cult Beauty stocks Urban Decays, so I think that's the only way you can get Urban Decay back in the country. But this is as close to Urban Decay as you're gonna get. This setting spray is really bomb. The mist is so fine. Benefit did the damn things. Benefit stays doing the damn things. How many Benefit products did I even have in this whole favorites video? Exactly my point. And then there's the Yardley 3-in-1 makeup setting spray. This is the Prime, Set and Refresh. This one has a bit of a scent to it, but I've also really been enjoying this one as of late. It just is a really, really good setting spray, or just to refresh your makeup throughout the day, and it has a good scent. I mean, the spritzer is a bit intense, but just spray it from far enough and you'll get the gist. But yeah, I've been reaching for this regularly. I think it's because I like the smell. I can't really put like finger point with what kind of smell it is, but I like the smell. Okay, you guys, so I think that's pretty much it for my favorites of 2021. This has been a long video, but I feel like I had to cover all my bases. And yeah, comment down below, let me know what are some of your favorites that I've mentioned in this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'm sorry this favorites is kind of late in the month. I'm gonna try and do like monthly favorites or something of that sort, even if it's like every few months. I'm gonna try and like keep up with you guys because I'm constantly trying out new products are being sent to me, so I feel like I need to get back onto the favorites bandwagon so that you guys have more products to explore. That is it from me. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to slay all day every day with and without makeup, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye bye.